Hello everyone and welcome into Lakewood Park for the second game of our doubleheader between the Suffolk Voyagers, who are 1-8 coming into the day in PSCL play, and the Virginia Beach Sea Dogs, who are 4-5 in PSCL play. Virginia Beach now has an opportunity to have a third place tie after we just saw the Greenbrier Knights have solo lead of third place. And the starting lineup today for the Voyagers is Caden Hillberger is leading off, playing center field. Nick Cleghorn batting second. The DH, Philip Forbes, out in right field, batting third. Rylan Brown, the extra hitter, batting fourth. Aiden Oates doing the catching, batting fifth. Trevor Mason's at third base, batting sixth. Ahmad Goldson batting seventh, and playing left field, Tyler Gorbett is the shortstop, batting eighth. Benny Spady playing first base, batting ninth. And Alex Gilisano batting 10th and playing second base. On the mound today for the Virginia Beach Sea Dogs is CJ Patterson. And doing the catching for Patterson is Lincoln Lubson. The infield is rounded out by TJ McGowan at first, Dominic Younger at second, Sean Stewart at short, and Morris Ford at third. First pitch from Patterson is swung through from Hillberger, and we are underway from Lakewood Park. In the outfield for Virginia Beach, Sinclair is out in left, Sam Slevin in center, and Jordan Daddio getting the start in right. And Hillberger makes contact with that pitch and hits it foul down the right field line. This is the first game of the season for Patterson, and again Hillberger shoots that one down the right field line foul. This is the second meeting between these two teams. The Sea Dogs took the first one on the 30th of June, 13-1, after Suffolk had a 1-0 lead in the first inning. They've been good at scoring in the first inning, and Hillberger leaves that one outside from Patterson, and the count evens up at 2-2. Here's the 2-2 from Patterson, and it's up high. And so after Hillberger was down in the count 0-2, it's now full. Here's the 3-2 delivery from Patterson, and it's low for ball 4. So a good job there from Caden Hillberger as the leadoff man. Draws a 7-pitch walk to get us started. And so we'll see what Phil Forbes Sr., the head coach of the Voyagers, decides to do. Usually Dawson Cusick is in the 2-hole, and Coach Forbes Sr. likes to have him bunt a lot. Nick Cleghorn is in the 2-hole tonight doing the designated hitting for Suffolk. He wasn't showing bunt the first pitch, and not showing it on the second, and takes it inside, 2-0. And Cleghorn swings through the 2-0 pitch, and it's now 2-1. Cleghorn hitting .294 this season for Suffolk, having a productive year. His best game came against these Sea Dogs. He had 2 hits and had 2 doubles, and he shoots that one foul. Actually mistaken, this is the third meeting of the season. The two teams have split the first two games. And that one's hit down the left field line, just foul. So we'll do the 2-2 again. Suffolk took the first matchup. That game was back and forth, had a variety of lead changes, but the Voyagers ended up on top 12-10. A long hold there from Patterson. Here's the delivery, and it's in the dirt. 3-2. Second straight Suffolk batter that has drawn a full count on Patterson, making him work early on. 3-2 pitch. A shot out towards left. Back goes Sinclair to the warning track. And it's going to be a ground rule double for Nick Cleghorn. So Cleghorn continues to be productive against the Sea Dogs. His third double of the season, all have come off of Sea Dog pitching. Philip Forbes takes a called strike, 0-1. And that pitch is up high to Forbes. It's even up the count at 1-1. Forbes has an OPS of 1.088 this season. And he leaves that one upstairs 2-1. Two-1 from Patterson. And that one's shot foul and out of play. Runners on second and third and no one out here in the first. Patterson could use a strikeout here, and that pitch is bounced to Lubson. And a good job there from Lincoln to keep that ball from going to the backstop. And so now every Suffolk batter, all three of them, have drawn full counts against Patterson. 3-2. And that's just below the knees of Forbes for ball 4. And the bases are loaded, and John Bivens is going to go out to have a talk with his pitcher. John Bivens Jr. talks to the old infield, and the corners are in right now, but the middle infielder's backed up. So that was probably what the discussion about. Asking his team possibly what they wanted to do. The top of the first inning, still scoreless, but the bases loaded and no one out. Suffolk has done a good job of scoring runs in the first inning. And Brown swings through that one. And the count is 1-2. Long hold here. But now they're ready. 1-2 from Patterson. And Brown goes down swinging for the first out of the evening. So Patterson gets a big strikeout there on Rylan Brown. And he's a ground ball away from getting out of this inning unscathed. Suffolk has scored in the first inning in 5 of their last 6 games, trying to keep that stretch going here tonight. And Aiden Oates takes a called strike, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 to Oates. And he shoots that one out of play. So now Oates down in the count, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 delivery. And that one shot towards the right side. That'll fall for a base hit for Oates. Hilberger will score. Cleghorn's going to be held up at third. And Philip Forbes just took off for third, and he is in a rundown. Mo Ford is tracking him back to second. Cleghorn's trying to score now. Throw to third. Here comes Cleghorn, and it hits him. And he'll score. Now going to third is Forbes. And he is safe. So 2 runs come in to score on the RBI single off of the bat of Aiden Oates. Oates is still on first base. He's now going to get a courtesy runner as the catcher. And it looks like Alex Gilisano is going to go run for Oates, who did not take second base on either of the throws. So it's now 2-0 Suffolk with 1 down and runners on the corners for Trevor Mason. And Mason grounds one to short. Stewart throw to first is in time. Oh no, it looks like TJ McGowan dropped the ball. So Mason stands on first base. Forbes came in to score, so 3-0. So it's an RBI single there for Mason, who was hustling down the line. And Goldson shoots that one to right field. That's a base hit. Here comes Gilisano rounding third. The throw to the plate is offline. And it's quickly 4-0 Suffolk before you can blink. Suffolk continuing to do damage in the first inning. Now Tyler Gorbett. And Gorbett first pitch swinging. Another play for Stewart. He'll go to first. And that one skips by McGowan. And over to third goes Goldson. And on to second goes Gorbett. So an error there on Sean Stewart. Allows Gorbett to reach and take an extra bag as it went to the fence. First pitch swinging from Spady. And it's 0-1. Spady takes a hack at that one, 0-2. Suffolk up 5-0 here in the first. Two more runners in scoring position. And Spady goes down on strikes. The second strikeout for Patterson. And that's the second out of the inning. And so now it's Alex Gilisano. Gilisano hitting 167 on the year in the 10-hole tonight and takes that one upstairs from Patterson, 1-0. And the 1-0 is popped up to the right side. Younger's calling for it, and he makes the catch, but not before 5 runs come in to score for the Voyagers in the top of the first. We'll head to the bottom half of the inning from Lakewood Park. Starting lineup for the Virginia Beach Sea Dogs: Sam Seven leading off playing center, Jordan Daddio batting second playing right, Bryce Lane the extra hitter batting third, TJ McGowan batting fourth playing first, Lincoln Lubson in the 5-hole catching, Mo Ford playing third base batting sixth, John Stewart shortstop batting seventh, Christian Henderson the DH batting eighth, Dominic Younger the second baseman batting ninth, and Chris Sinclair batting 10th and playing left. And the first pitch from Caleb Bilal is caught by Tyler Gorbett out at shortstop. So 1 pitch and 1 out for Bilal on his new team, facing his former one. And that pitch is inside to Daddio, 1-0. And the 1-0 is low, 2-0. And that one's fouled off by Daddio, 2-1. And that one shot out towards right. In comes Forbes, and that'll fall in front of him and the second baseman, Gilisano. So a 1-out hit. For Virginia Beach. And it brings up Bryce Lane. Lane's been showing off his power here at Lakewood Park, and he takes a called strike from Bilal, 0-1. Bryce has 2 home runs in his last 2 games here at Lakewood Park. One that was a grand slam. And he hits a line drive into right field. Base hit. Throw to second from Forbes is not in time. Good idea there from Philip Forbes to try and get the force out on Jordan Daddio. It was a close play. But nevertheless, back-to-back singles for Virginia Beach. And they have runners on first and second with 1 out. Here's TJ McGowan. And McGowan leaves that one, called the ball, 1-0. As Oates asks where that one missed. Oates doing the catching tonight for Caleb Bilal. Benny Spade is at first base. Alex Glisano at second. Trevor Mason at third. Tyler Gorbett at shortstop. And that's the infield for Suffolk. Out in left field, it's of course Ahmad Goldson, Caden Hilberger in center, and Philip Forbes in right. Two-0 count here on McGowan. Long hold from Bilal. Here's the pitch. And that one's roped into center. That'll fall in front of Hilberger. And so 3 consecutive singles from Virginia Beach. And they have the bases loaded with 1 down here in the first. So here's Lincoln Lubson. I think 250 on the year. And he takes that pitch low from Bilal, 1-0. The first game we saw the Knights hop on to a 9-0 lead. Redbirds cut it to 9-6. So no lead is safe in baseball as Lubson swings through that one, 1-1. Jordan Daddio on third, Bryce Lane on second, TJ McGowan on first. They all singled. Here's the 1-1. And that one's fouled back. And the count's 1-2. Virginia Beach trying to even up their record at 500 this year and move into a third place tie. Trying to keep on track with Greenbrier in the PCL. That pitch is outside from Bilal, and the count evens up at 2-2. The two teams came into the day tied for third. Greenbrier is now a half game up with their victory earlier. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 3. A nice curveball there from Caleb Bilal, and he's got two outs. And it brings up Morris Ford. We saw Chad Andrzejczyk earlier. In his 2 innings of work, had the bases loaded twice and didn't allow a single run. And Caleb Bilal trying to do the same thing that Chad did here, and he's up to a 0-1 count here on Morris Ford. Ford hitting .350 on the year and .858 OPS. 0-1 pitch, and that's low to even up the count at 1 apiece. One ball, one strike. Here's the pitch from Bilal to Ford. And that one just missed outside, 2-1. Love the coaching from John Bivens after every pitch. No matter the score, time, everything, he always is saying something to either his hitter or his pitcher. And the 2-1 is grounded to the left side. That'll go into left field for a base hit. The 4th single of the inning for the Sea Dogs. And they scratch a run. So an RBI single for Morris Ford makes it 5-1, and the base is still loaded for the lefty Sean Stewart. And Stewart takes a called strike, 0-1. Stewart's got a good eye at the plate. In his last 4 games, he's drawn 5 walks, and he takes that one outside, 1-1. He had a big first game for Virginia Beach, went 2 for 3 with 2 doubles and 3 RBI. And then the very next game, Alex Uloa left for the MLB Draft League, and he's trying to fit some pretty big shoes. Two-1 count. Stewart hasn't had a hit since his first game with the Sea Dogs, and he leaves that one low, 3-1. Three balls, one strike. Here's a delivery from Bilal to Stewart. And there's a called strike. And the count is full. Bilal trying to get out of this inning with just the 1 run. The merry-go-round will be in motion. Here's the 3-2 to Stewart. And fouled off. John Bivens instructing his shortstop to keep his feet settled. To the 3-2 again. Merry-go-round in motion. Here's the payoff pitch. It's hit to the second baseman, Gilisano. And it's throw to first ends the inning. So the Sea Dogs leave the bases loaded. They do tack on a run in the first. 5-1, Suffolk. checking in on the game between the first and second place teams in Tarboro. The River Bandits are up on the Steamers at the end of the third inning, 4-3. Edenton jumped to a 2-0 lead in the first. Tarboro answered back with two of their own in the bottom of the inning. And then Edenton tacked on another run in the third, but Tarboro answered with two more. So it's 4-3 River Bandits at their home stadium. And Hilberger takes the ball 2-0. Voyagers batted around in the first inning, tacked on 5 runs. And there's a good pitch there from Patterson, 2-1. 2-1 pitch. And that one's outside, 3-1. Hilberger walked and came around to score the first run of the game. Good hitters count, 3-1, and that one is thrown behind him. So the second walk drawn by Hilberger. And just how things got started in the first, things get started in the second with a leadoff walk drawn by Caden Hilberger. So here's Nick Cleghorn, had a ground rule double in his first at bat. Hilberger's got a relatively small lead over at first. Still have yet to see Patterson's move as he throws that one inside to Cleghorn, 2-0. And the 2-0 is hit to the left side, caught by the diving McGowan, or Ford, excuse me. That's the first out of the inning. So here's Philip Forbes. He also walked in his first at bat and came around to score. Forbes was in that rundown after the single by Oates as he lifts that one to the right side. Could be trouble, and it's going to fall in front of the right fielder, Daddio. Didn't hear any communication between Daddio and Younger. They both were tracking the ball. Patterson got what he wanted, but the ball just fell into right field. Ryland Brown swings at that pitch, 0-1. And a good leave there from Brown, 1-1. One delivery, and that one's hit right above the glove of Ford, and Hilberger will come in to score. So an RBI single for Ryland Brown. Took a tough hop there on the third baseman, Ford. Suffolk has now scored in each of the first 2 innings. And that pitch is outside to Oates, 1-0. 1 down here in the second with already a run in. And that one's hit up the middle of the diamond. Could be two to second for one. On to first. Is in time for the inning-ending double play. A run does come in to score for Suffolk as they extend their lead to 6-1. Eight, 9, 10 due up in the bottom half of the second inning for the Sea Dogs. Christian Henderson in that 8 hole, and the first pitch he sees from Bilal is inside, 1-0. So the Sea Dogs, after getting off down 5-0, tacked on a run in the first, but the Voyagers answered back in the next half inning. And that ball is rolled over to Mason. And it's a ground out for the first out of the bottom of the second. So here's Dominic Younger. Younger had a hit in his first at-bat of the season. Currently 0 for his last 6. One-0 count, and Younger hits that one right back to his former teammate Bilal, and the flip to first is in time. So 1-3 in your scorecard. And it brings up Sean Sinclair. And Sinclair takes a first pitch strike from Bilal, 0-1. And he takes a hack at the pitch from Bilal, and quickly 0-2. Sinclair 2 for 7 on the year, and he fouls off that one. Here's the 0-2 from Bilal. Got him looking, strike 3. A 1-2-3 inning for Caleb Bilal. We've played 2 innings here at Lakewood Park with the Voyagers up 6-1. Some early substitutions into the game defensively for the Sea Dogs. As Trevor Mason takes the ball 1-0. Gavin Spencer's out in left. As that pitch is fouled off by Mason. Emmett Jefferson now in right. Christian Henderson, the shortstop, in for Sean Stewart. And Bryce Lane over at third base. A ball and a strike here on Mason. Mason had an RBI single in his first at-bat in the first, and he fouls that one straight back. As I flinched my head, that one came right for me. A ball and 2 strikes here on Mason. Here's the pitch, and it's rolled over to third. And the throw from Lane is over the head of McGowan. And standing on first is Trevor Mason. So an error on the throw from Bryce Lane allows Mason to reach. So here's the lefty Goldson. He had a liner to right field in his first at-bat. And Patterson checks in on Mason. Here's the pitch to the lefty Goldson. And he takes a called strike, 0-1. Goldson asked where that one was. Home plate umpire said knee high. And Patterson does a little dance to get Mason back diving into first. 0-1. Goldson held his swing and he didn't go around. Evens up the count at 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that's upstairs, 2-1. 2-1. And that pitch is swung through by Goldson on a pitch in the dirt. Evens up the count at 2 apiece. Patterson trying to settle in here in the third after allowing at least a run in his first 2 innings. He gets Goldson swinging at that pitch in the dirt for the first out here in the top of the third. Patterson got Oates to ground out into an inning-ending double play. Trying to do the same thing here with a runner on first and 1 out. And Tyler Gorbett takes that one above the letters, 1-0. 1-0 pitch. And that one is upstairs, and it's 2-0 on Gorbett. Gorbett reached on an error in his first at-bat as Patterson checks in on Mason again. And Gorbett lines that one foul. Good cut there, just way early on it. Here's the 2-1 from Patterson to Gorbett. And breaking ball is low, and the count's 3-1. The 3-1 pitch is fouled off out of play, and the count is full. Suffolk making C.J. Patterson work in his first game of the summer. First 3 batters all drew full counts. There goes Mason, and the pitch is fouled off by Gorbett as he tosses the ball back to Patterson. And we'll do it again. With 1 down, Mason was running on the 3-2 pitch. See if he is asked to go again. Payoff pitch, Mason is going, and the pitch is slapped towards the left side by Gorbett. And Lane's gonna hold it, but now he's got Mason in a rundown. And Mason is thrown out at second as Coach Forbes is arguing that Christian Henderson never tagged Trevor Mason.
He did tag him, that's why he's out. Third baseman didn't throw across the diamond, spun around, caught the runner, and tagged him out of third. That's the play. That's what the umps called. It's not what Forbes said. He tagged him, that's why he's out. Never talk about arguments.
Here's Benny Spady. And Spady swings at the first pitch, foul, 0-1. And pick off over to first, and diving back in safely is Gorbett. Now Spady down in the count, 0-2. With Gorbett on first. Here's the 0-2 from Patterson to Spady. Gorbet's running, and the pitch is fouled off. So we'll do the 0-2 again to Spady. And he leaves that one outside, 1-2. There goes Gorbet on the 1-2, and it's lifted to center by Spady. Back goes Slevin to the warning track, and it's gone! 2-run shot from Benny Spady. His first extra base hit and RBI of the season. And it puts Suffolk up 8-1. Spady was waiting to get going all summer. And we'll see if that wakes him up. And the first pitch is fouled off by Gilisano off of the home plate umpire, 0-1.
You good, Blue?
Oh, 1 pitch, and that's above the letters to Gilisano, 1-1. One delivery, and that one's shot towards the right side, but right where Jefferson is playing for the third out of the inning, but not before a 2-run home run from Benny Spady. The Voyagers have scored in all 3 innings here tonight at Lakewood Park. Eight to 1 here from Lakewood Park with the Voyagers on top. They've been ahead all night. And there's a called strike on Sam Slevin. Top of the lineup for Virginia Beach. And Slevin takes that one inside, 1-1. One from Bilal, and that one's fouled straight back. So a ball and 2 strikes here on Slevin. Not sure where that one missed. Called a ball, 2-2.
Oh,
2-2 delivery from Bilal. And fouled back, and we'll do it again. Two-two pitch. And swing and a miss, strike 3. For the first out in the bottom of the 3rd. So it brings up Jordan Daddio. Jordan singled in his first at-bat and came around to score the only run for the Sea Dogs. And that pitch misses low from Bilal, 1-0. And that pitch misses outside from Bilal, 2-0. And that one misses upstairs, and it's 3-0. Pitch to Daddio. And Bilal gets a called strike there, 3-1. And that one's outside. And a 5-pitch walk drawn by Daddio with 1 out. It brings up Bryce Lane. Lane had a single in his first at-bat. And Lane takes a called strike, 0-1. The 2 through 6 hitters for Virginia Beach went 4 for 5 with 4 singles their first time around. And that pitch is low to Lane. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Bilal looks over to Daddio. And the pitch is hit down the 3rd baseline and foul. So a ball and 2 strikes here on Bryce Lane. Bryce has 6 hits as he takes that one upstairs. In the 7 games that he's played in this summer for the Sea Dogs. Two-two pitch on its way from Bilal. And that one shot up towards center. And waiting for it to come down is Hilberger and makes the catch, 2 away. So here's TJ McGowan. And there goes Daddio from first. And the throw is not in time, so a stolen base for Jordan Daddio. Puts a runner in scoring position for TJ McGowan. Second stolen base this season for Daddio. Last one came on June 9th. And that pitch is low to McGowan, 2-0. McGowan's got an OPS of 981 for VB, and he takes that one upstairs, and it's 3-0. Law gets the signs from Oates, and they're ready. 3-0 pitch, and that one shot into left field. That'll fall in front of Goldson for a base hit, and rounding third is Jordan Daddio. It's an RBI single for TJ McGowan, his second single of the evening in his 2 plate appearances. And it brings in the second run home. Still 2 down. I'm not sure if you saw that on the screen, but after Jordan Daddio came in to score, a good job there by him to just tell him what he saw out of the arsenal of Caleb Bilal. Lubson went down swinging in his first at-bat. And the 1-0 is outside, 2-0. It's the 7th RBI batted in from McGowan this year, and that one's hit towards the left side, and that'll go into left field for a base hit. Was a rocket off of the bat of Lubson. And too hard for Gorbett to get. So back-to-back singles with 2 outs for the Sea Dogs, and it brings up Morris Ford. Ford had an RBI single in his last at-bat and chops that one to the left side foul. Ford was hitless in his 3 plate appearances in Edenton on Saturday, as he fouls that one off into the trees, 0-2. So see what Ford can produce down in an 0-2 hole. Here's the 0-2 from Bilal to Ford. And it's in the dirt, and it gets by Oates. Taking third is McGowan, and the throw is 1 hop to Mason. And so now there are 2 runners in scoring position for Morris Ford. Ford had an RBI in his last at-bat. Fouls that one off. So we'll do the 1-2 again. Already a run in the inning. That came home for the Sea Dogs. Trying to start scratching away here. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And we'll do it again.
If they run out of baseball, they shouldn't, but the bucket's right here.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. And that one just missed low. And the count evens up at 2-2. Two on, two out, 2-2 the count. And a called strike 3. The Sea Dogs do tack on another run in the third. We'll head to the 4th inning here at Lakewood Park. It's the Voyagers 8, Sea Dogs 2. Plug is cut on C.J. Patterson, went 3 innings. Struck out 3 batters, walked 3 batters. The Voyagers had 7 hits on him for 8 runs. And the first pitch from Dominic Younger is a called strike, 0-1. And Hilberger swings through the second pitch. And up on the top of Suffolk lineup, 0-2. So Younger moves from second to the mound, and Morris Ford comes back into the game defensively. After starting at third, he's over at second. As that pitch misses up high from Younger, 1-2. And now the count is even up at 2 apiece. And Hilberger shoots that one to the left side, out of play, foul. Hilberger has drawn 2 walks today and came around to score on both of them. And both of those at-bats came to lead off the inning. And not sure where that one missed. So after Hilberger was down in the count, 0-2, it's now full. And Hilberger goes down swinging for the first out of the 4th. First time that he's been retired tonight. And it brings up Nick Cleghorn, who jogs over to his manager to have a talk. Now Nick slowly walking to the box. Nick's 1 for 2 today. Had a ground rule double in the first inning. And he shoots that one to left field. And it'll go foul. Good hack there from Nick Cleghorn. Came close in his first appearance from sending it over the wall. Came close there. A Sea Dog killer. 0-1 from Younger. And a good breaking ball there from Younger. And it's 0-2. Caden Hilberger is warming up in the Suffolk bullpen. 0-2 from Younger. Swing and a miss from Cleghorn. Had a pitch upstairs, so 2 strikeouts for Younger in his first 2 batters, and it brings up Philip Forbes. Forbes has singled and walked today. And that one isn't squeezed by Lubson. Called the ball, 1-0. Forbes leaves that one low. And that one is swung through from Forbes and fouled off. 2 balls and a strike here on Forbes. Forbes, coming into the night, leads Suffolk with a batting average of .462. It's not bad, especially for a guy who's a PO at Lewisburg, where he plays his spring ball. And 3-1 is fired in for a called strike, 3-2. Here's the 3-2 from Younger. And Forbes gets a piece of that one. And it'll roll into the Suffolk bullpen. So Younger has already struck out the first 2 batters he's seen tonight. And a 3-2 count here on Forbes. And that pitch misses low for ball 4. And the Voyagers have a leadoff, or the Voyagers have a 2-out base runner. Here's Rylan Brown. Rylan hit a hot shot to third base, his last at bat, for an RBI single. And he shoots that one up the middle of the diamond. That'll be the 2nd consecutive hit for Brown. And pulling up at second is Philip Forbes. So after Younger struck out his first 2 batters, Forbes walks. And then Rylan Brown, swinging at the first pitch, has a single. Here's the catcher, Aiden Oates. Oates has an RBI single himself, and he takes that one outside, 1-0. Suffolk has scored in all 3 innings thus far tonight, looking to tack on here in the 4th with Forbes over on second. And now a 2-0 count on Oates. And Oates takes that pitch. I missed somewhere, 3-0. And a 4-pitch walk to Oates. And the bases are loaded. And John Bivens Jr. is going to go out to have a talk with Dominic Younger. So Trevor Mason up at the dish after Younger struck out the first two batters he saw. The bases are now loaded for Mason, who lifts one to center, but it's caught by the incoming Slevin. So Younger gets himself in and out of trouble. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth from Lakewood Park. Caden Hillberger is the first man out of the bullpen for the Voyagers, so he comes in from center to pitch. So that moves Phillip Forbes from right to center, and Dustin Moon comes into the game defensively in right field. Hillberger has been one of those guys for his head coach that he both comes out of the bullpen and starts. Has made 3 starts and now making his 4th relief outing. His first 2 relief outings were scoreless. Had difficulties in his last one in Edenton, and his first batter draws a 4-pitch walk. So Sean Stewart is aboard. First time that Virginia Beach has gotten the leadoff man on. And it brings up Christian Henderson. And the first pitch he sees from Hillberger is a called strike, 0-1. Fake steal from Stewart and a called strike. 0-2 here on Henderson. And a ground ball over to Mason in his first at bat. There goes Stewart, swing and a miss, strike 3, throw it out to second. Will trickle into center field. Stewart thought about taking for third, but kind of hesitated too much. So it's a stolen base for Stewart to put him on second. And down on strikes goes Henderson. It brings up Dominic Younger. And Younger takes a called strike, 0-1. And the 0-1, it'll stay fair. Throw down from Oates is dropped by Spady. And everyone is safe. So a single off of the bat of Dominic Younger that went no more than 2 feet. Oates was hoping it would go foul. Picked it up a bit early though. Never waited for that ball to die. And the next pitch is inside to Sinclair. And so he is out on the ground. That it does bring in a run for Virginia Beach. The pitch was way inside to Sinclair, who swung at it and pushed it to the right side on a slow grounder that Gilisano was able to throw him out on. So now 2 down and a runner on second, and a swing and a miss there. And now throw to third is in time. Younger tried to catch the Suffolk defense napping, but he is picked off. The Sea Dogs do add another run. It's 8-3 going to the 5th inning at Lakewood Park. Seven, 8, 9, 2 up in the top of the 5th for the Voyagers. And that ball is up and away to the lefty Goldson, 1-0. Christian Henderson has moved from short to second. So Sean Stewart comes back into the game defensively over at short. And Goldson swings through that pitch from Younger, 2-1, as he loses his footing. And the 2-1 is fouled off, and the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Colton leaves that one low, and the count is now full. Colton had an RBI single in the first inning. Here's the 3-2 delivery. And it catches the corner for a called strike 3. So Golden goes down looking. And it's the first batter that Younger retires in the 5th. And the very next pitch is skied up by Tyler Gorbett. Looking for it is Spencer. And he drops it. And now taking third is Gorbett. And he arrives safely. So it's going to be a triple for Tyler Gorbett, as Gavin Spencer was just never able to see the baseball. And it brings up Benny Spady. Spady took Patterson yard in his last at-bat, and he lays off that breaking ball from Younger, 1-0. And the 1-0 is shot out to right. No doubt about it. Benny Spady with his second home run of the evening. And he has woken up. His 4th RBI of the day, his second home run, and it makes it 10-3 Suffolk. Benny wants that post-game interview. Who came into the game defensively. As a breeze picks up here, and that one's skied out to shallow center, and up goes Stewart to make the catch for the second out. And Caden Hillberger takes the ball low and away, 1-0. And the 1-0 is lined out towards right. Moving to his left is Jefferson to make the catch. But another 2-run home run from Benny Spady puts the Voyagers on top 10-3. top of the Virginia Beach lineup. And it's Sam Slevin in the bottom of the 5th. And there's a called strike. 0-1 on Slevin. Slevin 0 for 2 today. And he fouls that one straight back. And it's 0-2. Swing and a missed strike 3. Dropped by Oates, but he'll place the tag on Slevin. And that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th. So here's Gavin Spencer. It's his first at bat tonight. Came into the game defensively and left, and he shoots that one towards center. But right at Philip Forbes, and there are quickly 2 outs. So here is Sammy Cannella hitting for the extra hitter Bryce Lane. And he leaves that one outside, 1-0. Sammy wants to send a shout out to his hometown friends back in New York. So shout out to you guys for tuning in on the Tidewater Summer League YouTube channel. Sammy's from Brooklyn, New York, where I'm originally from as well. And he takes a called strike there to even up to make the count 1-2. Originally from Midwood, Brooklyn, near Coney Island, as the pitch is in the dirt to Cannella, 2-2. 2-2 from Hilberger, and a called strike 3. Cannella knew it right away. A 1-2-3 inning for Caden Hilberger. Sets down the top of the Virginia Beach lineup. We'll go to the 6th inning here at Lakewood Park. Chris Sinclair now on the mound for the first time this season for the Sea Dogs, facing Nick Cleghorn. And the first pitch from Sinclair misses. 1-0. Cleghorn went down swinging in his last at-bat, pulled the ball that was rocketed down the left field line, but foul. And he takes a big cut at that pitch from Sinclair to even up the count at 1-1. Kristen Henderson still at second as that pitch is fouled off of the foot of Cleghorn, as he'll walk that one off. The count is 1-2 as Cleghorn goes down into a squat and gets back up quickly, still walking it off. And now he's making his way back towards the batter's box. Stretching and now stepping in. A ball and 2 strikes here on the 2-hole hitter. 1-2 from Sinclair is outside, 2-2. Bryce Lane is now over at first base for Virginia Beach. And Sinclair misses outside, and the count is now full. Three-2 from Sinclair to Cleghorn. And it just misses outside. So a walk drawn by Cleghorn, second time he's reached base today. And the leadoff runner aboard for Suffolk in the 6th. Here's Philip Forbes. Forbes has reached base safely in his 3 plate appearances tonight, 1 for 1 with a pair of walks. Forbes has been good at using the whole field this season. He's got a lot of sockets to right field. 1-0 here as the breeze picks up a bit at Lakewood Park. And the 1-0 misses upstairs. And the count's 2-0. Pitch with Cleghorn over on first. And Sinclair fires in a strike. 2-1. Suffolk up by a touchdown here in the top of the 6th. And that pitch is outside as Daddio tries the back pick on Cleghorn. And the count is now 3-1 as Cleghorn dives back in safely. Here's the 3-1 delivery from Sinclair to Forbes, and he'll check in again on Cleghorn, who's back in safely. Here's the 3-1, and it's hit right back to Sinclair, who gets the ball on his knees. Throw to second is in time, and the throw to first is scooped up by Bryce Lane for the 1-6-3 double play. Beautifully done all around. Ball was hit hard right back to Sinclair, who fell down onto his knees, made the throw over to second. And the one hop to first base on the throw from Sinclair was scooped up beautifully. As that ball is hit deep to left by Brown to the warning track. goes Spencer. And that ball is gone. The second home run of the season for Ryland Brown makes it 11-3 Suffolk. As Gavin Spencer went tumbling over the left field fence. It's the second home run of the season for Brown, the third of the evening for the Voyagers. And John Bivens wants a clarification with the home plate umpire. He's claiming that that ball bounced over the left field fence. Originally called a home run. Home plate umpire not going to have a discussion with the rest of the umpires. It is a solo shot for Ryland Brown. His second of the season. And that ball is lined out to center, and that'll fall in front of Slevin. So after Sinclair got the double play to eliminate the leadoff walk to Cleghorn, a solo shot from Brown and a single off the bat of Oates, who will now have a courtesy runner doing the catching tonight. Alex Gilisano will courtesy run for him. It brings up Trevor Mason, but first a check-in. And a good move there from Sinclair. And diving back in safely is Gilisano. It's been all Voyagers here tonight. They've now scored runs in 5 of the 6 innings played tonight, and we're only held to a goose egg in the 4th inning. And Mason hits that one to the opposite field. That'll dunk in for a base hit. And 3 consecutive 2-out hits for Suffolk. Keeps the line going. Second hit of the night for Mason. Moves Gilisano over to second. Again, Gilisano courtesy running for the catcher, Aiden Oates. And here's Ahmad Goldson. With that home run from Ryland Brown, he's now tied Benny Spady for the team lead. So we've had a lot of team leads for the home run hitters for Suffolk being changed tonight. Coming into the night, Ahmad Goldson and Ryland Brown were the only Suffolk batters to hit home runs with 1 apiece. Spady took the lead with his 2 bombs tonight. And now Ryland Brown back into that first place tie. And that pitch is at the feet of Goldson. That backs him off the plate. A ball and a strike. One count. Here's the pitch from Sinclair to the lefty Goldson. And Goldson, a good leave. A pitch that was outside. Good job from Goldson to spit on it. And the count is 2-1. Out to center. Back goes Slevin to the warning track. He's got room and makes the catch. But another home run from Suffolk, this time off of the bat of Ryland Brown to extend the Voyagers' lead to 11-3. 4, 5, 6 in the VB lineup to start the bottom of the 6th inning. It's TJ McGowan. McGowan's got a pair of singles tonight, and that first pitch looked like he clipped his hand in the edge of the bat. So it is a strike, 0-1. Jacob Lopez comes into the game defensively over at first base for Benny Spady. And Hilberger up in the count, 0-2 on McGowan. And that ball just missed outside from Hilberger. And the count is 1-2. 1-2 from Hilberger. Outside. Count evens up now at 2 balls and 2 strikes on the 4-hole hitter McGowan. And the pitch is hit to the right side and just ate up Jacob Lopez. It'll go into right field for a leadoff single, the 3rd single for McGowan. A tough play there from Lopez. That ball just ate him up. Took a lot of long and short hops. That ball is low to Lincoln Lupson, 1-0. Bottom of the 6th inning here at Lakewood Park. Is in time. A good throw down there from Aiden Oates. And that's the first out. As McGowan is retired. The first time that McGowan has been caught all season. That was his 6th stolen base attempt. As Lubson shoots that one foul, 1-2. Not quite sure why McGowan would be running, down by 8 runs in the 6th inning. And Lubson leaves that one inside to even up the count at 2 apiece. Lubson singled in his last at bat. To get a new hitting streak going. Had a 4-game hit streak that was snapped on Saturday in Edenton, and he swings at that pitch from Hilberger for strike 3 in the 2nd out. Now Emmett Jefferson came into the game defensively to play right field. Gets his first at-bat of the night. And the first pitch that he sees is fired in by Hilberger, a called strike, 0-1. And Jefferson, according to the first base umpire, held the swing around. 1 ball and 1 strike. And there's a called strike, 1-2. Jefferson still trying to find himself with the Sea Dogs. Just 1 hit in his 15 ABs. Does not include plate appearances. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Hilberger to Jefferson, and it's just below the knees And the count is now full. Here's the 3-2 delivery from Hilberger. And a good eye there from Jefferson as he takes ball 4. That's the 9th walk drawn by Jefferson this season. It is the 8th walk. And his 24 plate appearances. So a 33% walk rate for Jefferson. And Stewart takes a called strike, and he wishes he could get that pitch back. 1-1. And the 1-1 hit Stewart. I don't think he wanted to take first base. He was ready to hit, but it did hit the back leg of Sean Stewart. So after there were 2 outs and nobody on, a walk and a hit by pitch from Hilberger puts runners on first and second. Brings up Christian Henderson, 0 for 2 tonight. And he takes that pitch low from Hilberger, 1-0. And time is called as Oates wants to have a meeting with Caden Hilberger. So it's a 1-0 count here on Henderson after Stewart was hit by the pitch. And Stewart didn't want to take first base. It wasn't the first time this season where we've seen Sean not happy after getting hit by a pitch. He wants to go up to the dish and swing. 1-1 here on Henderson, and that one gets by the glove of Oates. And on to second and third go Jefferson and Stewart. And the 2-1 is popped up. Oates doesn't see it. Hilberger does. And he doesn't make the catch. Throw to first. And it gets by Lopez, and it'll trickle all the way into deep right field. 2 runs will come in to score as the Virginia Beach dugout was yelling at Henderson to go to third, but he was being told by the left side umpire to hold up at second. So that ball was popped up about 2 feet in front of home plate. Oates never saw it. Hilberger did. Was calling for it, and it went over his head. He actually had to play it home because Jefferson was running, but Hilberger got his back turned to him. No communication from anyone. Not sure if Oates was even set up. But Hilberger threw it to first. Lopez was there, but it was to his right. As that one shot into right field, that'll fall a base hit. Henderson's being waved around third. And he will come in to score the third run of the inning for the Sea Dogs. It's an RBI single. An RBI single for Younger. His second hit of the evening. He just had one coming into the night. And that ball is below the knees to Sinclair, 1-0. And Hilberger fires in a strike, 0-1. Hilberger had 2 outs and nobody on after McGowan was thrown out trying to steal second and Lubson went down swinging. As Sinclair swings and misses at that one. A ball and a strike. And a swing and a miss from Sinclair ends the inning. But the Sea Dogs do tack on 3 runs to cut the Voyager deficit to 5. Top of the 7th inning here at Lakewood Park between the Suffolk Voyagers and Virginia Beach Sea Dogs. Suffolk up 11-6. And checking in again on the score in Tarboro, the River Bandits lead 6-4. Edenton did tie the game at 4 apiece, but a 2-run inning for the River Bandits in the 5th has them up 6-4. There's been 2 ties already in that game. And there's a called strike to Gorbett. 2-1. Steamers are knocking on the door, however, with runners on the corners in the top of the 8th inning. 3 balls and a strike here on Gorbett. And he draws a walk. He's been aboard in all 4 of his plate appearances tonight. An error, fielder's choice that he reached based on a hit, and now a walk. And here's Big Bat Spady. Call him Big Bat Benny. 2 home runs in his last 2 at-bats. And first Sinclair, throw over to first is in time. Beautiful pickoff move from Sinclair to eliminate the walk. Gorbett is picked off. For the first out of the 7th. And that pitch to Spady is inside. 1-0. 1-0 to Spady. And it's outside from Sinclair, 2-0. And 2-0 is outside. And the count's now 3-0. Guys tend to have the green light on 3-0 in summer ball, but Spady will take a called strike, 3-1. John Bivens wants Chris Sinclair to continue to go low. And he goes low but below the knees to Spady. So they pitch around the big first baseman, and he draws a 5-pitch walk. Second consecutive walk from Sinclair. He picked off Gorbett for the first out of the inning. Brings up Alex Gilisano, that's Dustin Moon, who came into the game defensively to play right field. One out to Moon, and a called strike, 1-1. Takes a called strike, 1-2. Still looking for his first hit this season. Here's the 1-2 from Sinclair to Moon. And that one's hit towards the left side. Stewart flipped to second in time. And the throw to first doesn't beat Moon, who was hustling out of the box. So there are 2 down. As Spady will trade spots with Moon. Brings up Caden Hillberger back to the top of the lineup for Suffolk. 2 outs and a runner on first. Hillberger takes the first pitch, and out. Another breeze picks up here at Lakewood Park. It's been sporadically coming around. Not necessarily a windy day. That pitch is upstairs again to Hillberger, 2-0. Called strike on Hillberger, 2-1. put up a run this inning. They've scored in all innings thus far tonight except the fourth. And that ball gets by. Daddy-O throw to second is not in time. Didn't go too far away from Daddy-O. But a good read on the ball in the third from Dustin Moo, and he's over on second. With 2 outs and a 3-1 count here on Hilberger. Here's the 3-2 pitch from Sinclair to Hilberger. And he swings at a pitch low, rolls over to second, and that'll end the inning. So the Voyagers are kept to a goose egg for the second time tonight in the frame. It's stretch time here at Lakewood Park, 11-6 Suffolk. Get your game on with D-Bat Virginia Beach baseball, softball, training, and more. D-Bat Virginia Beach is a state-of-the-art facility with over 17,000 square feet, 13 batting cages, and professional instructors who don't just know baseball and softball, but live and breathe it. You can find them located at 5258A Fairfield Shopping Center in Virginia Beach. You can call them at 757-467-1111. You can also visit their website at dbatvirginiabeach.com. First pitch thrown by Philip Forbes is upstairs, and it gets by the glove of Oates, 1-0. So Forbes and Hilberger trade spots from center field to the mound. And that pitch is also upstairs. And it's 2-0. And now 3-0 on the leadoff hitter, Slevin. Slevin's 0 for 3 tonight. And he draws a 4-pitch walk from Philip Forbes. So that'll bring up Gavin Spencer. Gavin's 0 for 1 tonight. Flew out to center field where Philip Forbes was playing. And that one gets by Oates. And on to second goes Slevin. Voyagers trying to keep on, and that one is lined into right field, a base hit, and Slevin's going to be held up at third. It's a single for Gavin Spencer. That's his first tonight. And it puts runners on the corners with nobody out. So that'll bring up Sammy Cannella. And there goes Spencer. No throw down from Oates. A called strike, 0-1. So we shouted out Sammy's friends in New York in his last at-bat. But Sammy also wanted me to send a shout out to his mom who's watching back at home. So shout out to her. He did not forget to mention you as he takes the pitch outside, 1-1. And the 1-1 is fouled straight back, 1-2. Cannella went down looking in his first at-bat tonight. Trying to do some damage here. He fouls that one to the opposite side, foul. One-two pitch. And a good job by Cannella to hold his swing. Good pitch from Forbes, and it evens up the count at 2-2. Forbes trying to get out of trouble with runners on second and third and no one out. And now the count is full on Cannella. TJ McGowan is on deck. Got a hot bat tonight. He's 3-2 is inside, ball 4. And the bases are loaded for TJ McGowan. So TJ McGowan steps into the box after a long conversation between the Voyagers. They have the corners in with no one out and the bases loaded. And McGowan leaves that one just outside from Forbes, 1-0. McGowan has been very active tonight, Hard to see right now on your screen, but he is covered with dirt from head to toe in his jersey. And he takes that one low from Forbes. It's 2-0. McGowan 3 for 3 with 3 singles tonight. It's his first 3-hit game of the season and his third multiple hit game. And TJ fouls off that pitch. And it's 2-1 as you hear a big O from McGowan. Wishes he could get that pitch back. Here's the 2-1 from Forbes to McGowan, and it's in the dirt. And it's now 3-1. McGowan just trying to keep the line going. And he fouls that one back, 3-2. Slevin's on third, he walked. Gavin Spencer on second base, he singled. And on first to Sammy Canella, who also walked. Now a 3-2 count on TJ McGowan. With no one out here. In the home seventh, he hits that one right to Lopez. Dives to his right. His only play is to first. And Philip Forbes covers his position nicely for the first out of the inning. It's an RBI for McGowan on the fielder's choice. As Slevin comes in to score and everyone else moves up one bag. Good job there from Lopez, who was playing in. As Lobson takes a hack at a fastball, 0-1. Lopez dived to his left and flipped. He wasn't going to beat out McGowan, and so Philip Forbes did a nice job of covering his position to ensure the first out. Still 2 runners in scoring position for the Sea Dogs. We're down 11-3. It's now 11-7. A 2-1 count here on Lubson. Lubson 1 for 3 thus far tonight. And he takes a called strike on a pitch that caught the outside corner, and Forbes was signaling for Oates to come out to have a talk with him, and then he sent him back. So 2 on and a 2-2 count here on the catcher Lincoln Lubson. And Forbes steps off and faked a throw over to third. No one's covering. As the VB dugout says, good job to Gavin Spencer, as Lubson goes down swinging for the 3rd time tonight, and that's the 2nd out. So that brings up Emmett Jefferson. Jefferson walked in his only plate appearance tonight. Two ducks on the pond for him. And that one gets by Oates, but Spencer will hold up. Ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch from Forbes to Jefferson. And a big cut on a fastball. Evens up the count at 1-1. Jefferson's got a good eye at the plate, as we mentioned, and he swings at that pitch from Forbes, 1-2. 8 walks and 24 plate appearances. Here's the 1-2 from Forbes. And that's just below the knees of Jefferson. And it evens up the count at 2 apiece. If Jefferson can reach, Stewart would be next. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So the Sea Dogs leave 2 runners stranded in scoring position. We've played 7 innings here at Lakewood Park. It's 11-7, Suffolk. New arm on the mound for the Sea Dogs. It's Robert Hatcher. And first pitch is inside to Nick Cleghorn, 1-0. Fifth relief appearance this season for Hatcher. And he has struggled as a reliever. I'm going to ask John Bivens what he thinks has been the difference for Hatcher between coming to the ballpark knowing he's starting and not so much knowing that he's going to come out of the pen. He said it's just about Hatcher being comfortable knowing that, hey, I'm coming to the park and I'm going to start with the ball in my hand. So trying to work Hatcher into getting comfortable coming out of the bullpen. And he fouls that one straight back. And it's 2-2 on Cleghorn. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and that pitch is spit on by Cleghorn, and the count is now full. Full count delivery from Hatcher to Cleghorn, and that one's hit to the left side, a base hit for Cleghorn. Second hit of the day for Nick, and he's aboard with a leadoff single. That'll bring up Philip Forbes, and the throw over to Hatcher. Good pickoff move there, and diving back in safely is Cleghorn. And that one is blocked by Daddio. A good stop there to prevent Cleghorn from going to second. One 0 from Hatcher, and that one's drilled by Forbes, foul down the left field line. One count here on Forbes. And a good spot there from Hatcher to paint the outside corner. And it's 1-2. And that one just missed low to Forbes. And the count's 2-2. And that one is hit under the glove of Ford. And so back-to-back singles to get things started in the 8th inning. Ball 8 up Forbes. Off of the bat of Forbes. And we do have a final score out in Tarboro. The River Bandits defeat the Steamers 6-5 at Tarboro Municipal Stadium, and Jarrett May had himself a night. May went 4 for 4, 2 home runs, and a double. Came a triple away from a cycle, and we saw that earlier here with Tristan Hensley, who came a triple away from a cycle. Rylan Brown up at the plate for Suffolk. And he leaves that one below the knees for a ball. It's 2-0. Brown hit his second home run of the season in his last at-bat. Two-0 pitch. And he lines one up the middle for a base hit. Cleghorn's being waved around third. Here's the throw. It's cut off by Stewart. And it's the third RBI of the evening for Rylan Brown. And it makes it 12-7 Voyagers. Three consecutive singles off of Robert Hatcher to start the 8th inning. And Hatcher fires in a strike, 0-1. Still adjusting to getting comfortable coming out of the bullpen. for John Bivens. 0-1 pitch. Misses outside, evens up the count at 1-1. And Hatcher steps off with Christian Henderson holding Philip Forbes pretty tightly on second base. Hatcher looks back and fires in another strike. And he's up in the count on Oates, 1-2. Oates 2 for 3 tonight. He has an RBI single. He walked as well. One-two pitch. And that one's flied out towards right. In comes Jefferson to make the catch for the first out. Good job by Jefferson to get that ball in to prevent Forbes from tagging. And so that brings up Trevor Mason. Mason's 2 for 3 tonight. He's got a pair of singles, including one that scored in a run, and he takes a called strike on the first pitch that he sees from Hatcher, 0-1. Henderson still holding Forbes tightly on second. And the pitch is swung through by Mason, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes on Mason. And a balk is signaled on Hatcher. And Christian Henderson's going to go out to have a talk with his pitcher. Forbes was dancing a lot on second after he was pushed over there on the hit from Ryland Brown. Henderson was holding him very tightly. But Forbes gets a balk drawn from Hatcher. So now runners on second and third. An 0-2 count here on Mason with 1 down in the top of the 8th. And Mason shoots that one foul towards the right side. And we'll do the 0-2 again. No balls, 2 strikes, and now Hatcher could really use a strikeout here. And that one's hit towards the second baseman, and the throw to first is in time. But a productive out there from Trevor Mason to hit it to the right side, and it'll bring in the 13th run of the night for the Voyagers, and there are 2 down. So second RBI tonight from Mason. And it brings up Ahmad Goldson. And that pitch is fired upstairs from Hatcher, 1-0. Two-0 count here. Here's the pitch to Goldson. And he fouls it away. And he wishes he can get That pitch again. Two balls and a strike here on Goldson. Already 2 runs have come in to score for the Voyagers. And the 2-0 is fouled off again by Ahmad. And it's 2-2. Here's the 2-2 on its way from Hatcher to Goldson. And it's up high, and the count is full. So a full count here on Goldson. Here's the pitch from Hatcher, and it's low for ball 4. So Goldson is aboard with a 2-out walk. Runners on the corners now for Jacob Lopez. First plate appearance tonight for Jacob. And Lopez swings at the first pitch he sees from Hatcher, 0-1. Lopez went 1 for 3 on Saturday against Tarboro. And he swings and misses again. Now down in the count, 0-2. Oh, 2 from Hatcher. And he struck him out on 3 pitches, but 2 more runs come in to score for the Voyagers. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th from Lakewood Park. Seven, 8, 9, 2 up in the bottom of the 8th inning for the Virginia Beach Sea Dogs. And Tyler Gorbett now on the mound for the Voyagers. So him and Philip Forbes trade positions as Forbes moves over to shortstop. 1-1 count here on the lefty Stewart, and he takes that one up and away, 2-1. Second relief outing this season for Tyler. His last one came in Suffolk's last game, where he went 3 innings, allowed just 1 earned run. Now down in the count on Stewart, 3-1. And Gorbett fires in a strike, 3-2. And the 3-2 is fouled off by Stewart, and we'll do it again. And that ball misses inside, apparently. Stewart kind of went out of the way, but that ball did not come close to hitting him. So Stewart's on first with a leadoff walk. And that one missed from Gorbett, 1-0. Suffolk not liking the calls, and throw over to first. And diving back in safely is Stewart. And there goes Stewart, and the pitch is fouled away. So now a 1-1 count. On Henderson. And there's a called strike, 1-2. Virginia Beach was knocking on the door as the pickoff throw gets by Lopez, but Stewart will hold up on first. We're down 11-7 with 2 runners in scoring position last inning. Back-to-back strikeouts couldn't get them around to score as Henderson goes down swinging for the first out of the 8th. And I'll bring up Talib Whitfield, getting his first plate appearance tonight in place of Dominic Younger in the 9-hole. He takes a big hack at the first pitch that he sees. And it's 0-1. And there goes Stewart. Throw down from Oates is a good one, but not in time. And Stewart has the stolen bag. And Whitfield just broke his bat on that foul ball. That was the 3rd stolen base this season from Stewart, as Whitfield goes to the Virginia Beach dugout to get some new lumber. Whitfield still looking for his first hit this season in his 4 plate appearances. And he fouls that one straight back. And it's now 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes here on Whitfield. Here's the pitch from Gorbett. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Whitfield goes down on 3 pitches for the second out in the home 8th. So here's Chris Sinclair. Sinclair 0 for 3. He does have an RBI on a fielder's choice. And he takes a called strike from Gorbett, 0-1. And the 0-1 catches the outside corner, and it's 0-2. 0-2 from Gorbett. Struck him out. So after a leadoff walk allowed by Gorbett, he strikes out 3 straight Sea Dog batters. We'll go to the 9th inning here at Lakewood Park with the Voyagers up 13-7. Mercedes-Benz of Virginia Beach offers Mercedes-Benz service and repair, so you have access to the latest specialized technology and precise analysis from Mercedes-Benz trained technicians who undergo regular and frequent training, so they're always up to date on every component of your vehicle. Find them at 4949 Virginia Beach Boulevard in Virginia Beach. Call their service and repair at 757-499-3773. You can also visit their website at mercedes-benzofvirginiabeach.com. Tyler Gorbett. Now hitting rather. And he swings and fouls off the first pitch he sees from Robert Hatcher, 0-1. And Gorbett fouls off the hanging curveball, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 from Hatcher. And that one skips on by the catcher Daddio, 1-2. Here's the 1-2. And swing and a miss, strike 3. For the first out here in the 9th. As the Sea Dogs were throwing it around the horn. Goes into shallow right center. So that'll bring up Benny Spady. Spady 2 for 3, 2 home runs, 4 RBI. walked him on 5 pitches in his last at-bat. Bit of a pitch around. And the first pitch he sees from Hatcher, he checks the swing and fouls it off. 0-1.
And then you come. Can I see it here? Did it.
A 1 count here. Here's a pitch from Hatcher, and that's bounced on home plate. 1-1. A ball and a strike here on Spady. And he takes a big cut at that one. 1-2.
Look like he's,
add a Korean translation. So he says something, you translate.
Here's the 1-2, and Spady fouls that one back. 1-2. So we'll do the 1-2 again from Hatcher to Spady, with 1 down here in the top of the 9th. Voyagers on top, 13-7. And that one is upstairs to Spady. 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Spady. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's the second out of the top of the 9th.
Well, they have the ability, the idea where
So here's Dustin Moon. Dustin 0 for 1. He grounded into a fielder's choice in his only at bat. Checked the swing, and first base umpire said he didn't go around. 1-0.
they hit Lopez last inning, and then in the same spot, go bad again. So, I've been working with trying to
And the 1-0 is fouled back from Moon. 1-1. One from Hatcher, and that one's yanked just foul. Moon came inches away from an extra base hit down the left field line.
next game, whoever made the last out, that's last, and that kid that was up on deck, that's first. So it's just a snake.
And now the count is 1-2.
Stats are going in the baseball encyclopedia. You know, that's the point. You want to get all the kids to see them. Which and
1 ball, 2 strikes here on Moon. Here's the pitch from Hatcher, and it's popped up towards shallow left. Stewart is under it, and he makes the catch. So a good bounce back inning from Robert Hatcher. He sends down the lower part of the Voyager lineup. 1, 2, 3. Bottom of the 9th here at Lakewood Park. Bottom of the ninth here and the top of the lineup. We'll get things started for the Sea Dogs. Trail 13-7 as Slevin fouls that one right back. 0-1. Slevin's over 3 tonight. He drew a walk and came around to score. The 7th run for the Sea Dogs. Takes that pitch for a ball, 1-1. And that one's just outside from Gorbett, 2-1. And the 2-1 is popped up to shallow left. And Forbes is there to make the catch for the first out in the bottom of the ninth. So now it's Jordan Daddio. Daddio's 1 for 1 today. Scored 2 runs for the Sea Dogs. He singled and walked. And he takes the first pitch strike from Gorbett, 0-1. And Daddio broke his bat, and he'll arrive safely with a base hit. So a 1-out single for Jordan Daddio cost him some lumber. And he's reached aboard safely in all 3 of his plate appearances tonight. So that'll bring up Bryce Lane. Lane 1 for 2. He had a single back in the first. And he takes the first pitch strike from Gorbett, 0-1. And that one's shot out towards right center. That'll fall for a base hit. Back-to-back singles with 1 out in the bottom of the ninth for the Sea Dogs. Puts runners on first and second for TJ McGowan. McGowan 3 for 4 tonight. Has 2 RBI. Had an RBI single in the third, and the one time he got out, it was a productive out that brought in a run. And that first pitch from Gorbett to McGowan gets by Oates, and on to second and third go Daddio and Lane. McGowan trying to keep the line going after Gorbett retired the first batter of the bottom of the ninth. The following 2 have each singled. One count here. The delivery from Gorbett catches the inside corner. A called strike, 1-2. Here's the 1-2 from Gorbett to McGowan, and it's outside, 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Gorbett. And swinging and a miss, strike 3, but it goes to the backstop. A run will score. The throw to first is dropped by Lopez. And here comes Lane to score as well. So 2-run score on the strikeout on Bryce Lane. makes it 13-9 with McGowan over at first. Oates did a good job of just getting the ball to Lopez, and he just couldn't squeeze it. And the first pitch to Lubson is a called strike at the letters, 0-1. Sea Dogs still need base runners. Down 13-9. And Gorbett checks in on McGowan. See if John Bivens wants to send TJ on defensive indifference to eliminate the possibilities of a game-ending double play ball. Pitch is outside from Gorbett, and the count is 2-1. And Lubson shoots that one to center field, a base hit. The third hit of the inning for the Sea Dogs. Puts runners on first and second, and still just one out. Morris Ford's 1 for 2 tonight. He had an RBI single back in the first, and swings at the high pitch from Gorbett, 0-1. After Slevin popped out as the first batter in the 9th inning, Daddio singled, Lane singled, McGowan struck out but ended up reaching, and then a single from Lincoln Lubson. Now Morris Ford down in the count, 0-2. Pitch from Gorbett is upstairs. One ball, 2 strikes here on Ford. If he can reach, as that pitch is stopped by Oates, that would bring the tying run to the plate. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Gorbett, and it misses low and away, and the count is full. So from 0-2 to 3-2. Pitch from Gorbett is shot out to center. Back goes Hilberger, and it's over his head. McGowan's being waved around third. He'll score, and pulling it to second with an RBI double is Morris Ford. And the tying run is at the plate. So here's Sean Stewart. Stewart's 0 for 1 tonight. He's been hit by a pitch and been walked twice. And Stewart takes a called strike. 0-2, or 1-1. Still one down here in the bottom of the 9th. And that one is outside. Good eye from Stewart, who's already drawn 2 walks tonight.
Again, you got no speed on the baseball. I would have switched him out there.
And that one is outside. Good eye again from Stewart, 3-1. Christian Henderson is on deck 3-1 from Gorbett. And it's low for ball 4. And the tying run is on first base. And now time is asked. And Aiden Oates is going to go out to have a talk along with his assistant coach with Tyler Gorbett. So tying run now on first base, represented by Sean Stewart. Infield in, or rather the corners for Suffolk, as Gorbett misses away again, 1-0. That one is swung through from Henderson, 1-1. And that one's fouled off by Henderson, 1-2. One-two pitch, and Henderson fouls it off, 1-2.
I think they're skipping 9 and 10.
Sam cannot up.
1-2 pitch is up and in, 2-2.
Slevin, you're not on deck. I'm telling you, you're not. Trust me. Don't listen.
2 balls and 2 strikes here on Henderson. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's the second out of the inning.
Time, Blue.
Time is going to be called as we get straight to see who's batting for the Sea Dogs. So the Sea Dogs were about to bat out of order.
Got a good swing.
And the first pitch to leave Whitfield is low, 1-0. So the Sea Dogs were about to bat out of order. The 9 hole is up. Sam Slevin's the leadoff. He is in the on-deck circle again.
Don't announce it. Okay, just stop talking about all that. Just leaves that.
All the way to the bar, kid.
Get everybody else.
1-1 count here on Whitfield with the tying run on first base. And Whitfield hits that one up the middle right where Forbes is, and the ball game is over. The Sea Dogs win or lose this one 13-10 as the Voyagers
Thank you, Blue.
beat them for the second time this season. Proved a 2-8 in the PCL this season. So thank you for watching, everyone. Have a great night. The Voyagers take this one 13-10 over the Sea Dogs from Lakewood Park. The two teams will be back in action facing each other on Thursday right here in Norfolk, Virginia with the start time at 4 o'clock. Have a great night, everyone.